again. Will be taking a backseat in commentary and let you guys enjoy the game. Um, so yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Garrett is gonna not just recap, but he's also gonna go over the consent form, and I want you guys to see that so you guys know how to properly, play your session zeros, right? Anyway, now I'm gonna let them know.
Seconds, and then
All right,
as soon as
guys.
I started talking about D&D, they
You're
left.
live. You're live. Go ahead. Say
All
what
right,
you want, bro.
starting off, from last session, I know we covered the consent form in my session 0 topics. I do want to bring up the consent form again because we had a fifth response to it, and some new things got brought up. And I also just want to remind everybody, just to be safe. So some things that we have on our list as just a hard no, won't come up in the campaign, is self-harm, harm to animals, sharp weapons. This includes any like slashing or piercing damage. If you have, uh, if you, we could reflavor any sharp or piercing weapons to be blunt and to do bludgeoning damage. And something that got moved up to a hard no was any types of romance between NPCs or between NPCs and player characters. We have a hard no on gaslighting, police aggression, and eating disorders. Um, and then we have a sort of a list of things that would be thinly veiled if they ever came up was domestic abuse, cancer, rats and mice, gore, and blood. Um, again, the fact that these questions are asked about on that consent form is not an indicator that they're going to come up in the game. It's just a reminder for me or whatever DM is planning a session never to introduce those elements or to tread lightly if there's a reason to introduce that element, if it's a thinly veiled thing. And then, as usual, I don't have, in my campaigns, I don't introduce any themes of, for example, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, racism, um, and any allusions to real world religious discrimination. Um, with that all out of the way, um, does anybody have any questions about that or any clarifications?
Could we get the list put in the DM notes
Yes,
to refer back to?
absolutely. Whoa, okay, that's strange.
It doesn't have to be like a now thing, but just like in general so that it's there.
Yeah, so apparently if I copy a list from OneNote, it copies it as an image, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, the stuff that's up top.
It's perfect, yeah.
That's great.
Top equals hard no. Bottom equals thinly veiled. Great. So with that out of the way, we'll recap last session. You guys had your first, I wouldn't even say your first week, it was your first day on campus. And things kind of hit the fan right as in your first orientation after getting moved in. And the professor giving the orientation was murdered halfway through. And through some investigation, it was a sort of a murder mystery type of situation. And you learned that the coach of the Blood Rush team had a former lover. It was a kind of a convoluted plan to get back with him and get revenge on the person who was one of the driving factors behind getting her expelled from the college or from the university for you British people here. And you were able to meet her at her mansion, essentially, and you were able to neutralize her as a threat. She went away in handcuffs, and so did the coach after it turns out that he was not under any type of spell. He just is not that bright. So that's, I think, where we ended things. It covers the majority of things. Some interesting things that happened to you was that you guys received a quote-unquote luxury dorm, which, if you're familiar with modern campuses at all, luxury dorms are basically just mean new, not actually luxurious.
You don't
And
touch both walls at the same time.
right, and you also had the opportunity to keep the brand new Porsche SUV.
Yes, that's right.
I
That's
love it.
right. Aha.
Porsche Cayenne, love it.
And if you'd like, there's also like a 20-year-old beat up, really stinky sedan that the coach drove that that is in your possession.
We're almost definitely going to lose the Porsche, so we should keep that in.
How dare you? I can always hold on to my Porsche. I will lay my life on the line for the Porsche. Hey, listen, I did not invest. I did not invest in a booster seat just to give that car up ever in my life. I am riding that into the ground.
A booster seat in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I have a booster seat in the driver's seat, and it also means that none of you can drive it because you can't fit in.
I'm clinging
I
to the
just
roof
want to
anyway.
say that Rosa definitely has called shotgun so that she can use the mirrors to do her makeup every time.
This checks out.
This is a Porsche SUV, so it's got third row seating, but all three rows are like captain's chairs. I don't know how that actually works
I just
for
want
design, but
my opalescent iridescent hair to blow in the wind.
Oh, I forgot that your hair is opalescent. Oh,
there's like individually controlled AC in every seat, so you could like point it at your hair and just artificially blow your hair in the wind as you drive.
Make Beyonce music videos.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
Performance check
video.
Performance check for a Beyonce video in the car.
It's a constant 1980s love ballad video.
we use the car to make a track record, like a song, right? Music video
Oh yes.
with the bagpipes.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
Rapping with bagpipes and
This is like a brand new, like top of the line, all the features Porsche, and so like it's the most luxurious car. I'm even kind of jealous of it describing it. It's the kind of car that I want.
Did we have those like little fiber optic stars in the ceiling like you have in like a really nice Rolls Royce?
Oh yeah, so it looks like a Starry Night
Starry
overhead.
Night Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Rick
Anyways,
Ross's car,
okay.
yeah.
I also want to say Rosa has definitely, she spent the weekend moving out of Mathilda's house because she got like this nice dorm stuff, and so she spent the weekend moving out. So she just, as she was moving out, she had all these boxes of like her stuff, just like tons of makeup and clothes and that kind of thing. So trophies.
Speaking of individual characters, so I took some brief notes while you guys were introducing your characters, and I want to make sure that what I have written down is accurate. So if I say something about your character that's wrong, just interrupt me, and I'll correct.
Yep.
So for Aminati, I have an elf with an identity crisis trying to fit in but achieve her full elfiness at the same time. Hangs out with the more of like the witches crowd, but the witches get jealous because Aminati's spells actually worked. She has the long opalescent hair that shimmers in the sun and deep blue lapis lazuli eyes. For Rosa Woods, I have cheerleader type, wants to go to school to be a lawyer. She's a hot pink, flamboyant tiefling, 5'2", literally the hottest girl in school, like literally. She has a really blunt personality, perceived as a mean girl. For Lazam, I have Goliath Paladin.
Wait, so how is that pronounced? Because I've been saying it wrong.
Lazam? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, that'll do.
Lazam?
Okay. Man, I've been saying it Lazam.
I was saying Lazam, so.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, no, Shazam is definitely going to be like my,
Shazam Lazam.
walk away from a situation.
One of
You just got Lazammed.
one of the professors definitely has like a hardcore like Southern accents, like Lazam.
Lazam.
But I have a Goliath Paladin that's going to college for mysterious lair repair.
Yep.
But he still wears his high school sports kit.
Yep.
Right.
Chainmail, because football in this world would be pretty violent.
Yeah. Instead of wearing like plastic pads, it's like chainmail and like a actual like metal helmet and everything.
Yes.
We have Rill the Gnome Druid, a botany major, looks like a farm girl bordering on horse girl, and is typically wearing a skirt and apron.
That's right. Oh, I'm not wearing my apron today. Oh, mistakes were made.
And for oh boy, I actually might have the spelling wrong. Is it Volko or Volcor?
Volko, that's fine.
Volko. I have a sort of a Volko has gone to school for troubadour and bard studies. He's kind of lightweight, has a swimmer's body, and is an aquatic elf, half aquatic elf.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, now I'm jealous. Now I have an inferiority complex.
We should say that Rill's prized possession is her notebook of all of her doodles of horses and various other cute farm animals.
Prized possession is her drawing notebook.
Yeah, didn't it get stolen last
when it disappeared from her bag, that's when I panicked a lot. And also that since I have slower speed than everybody else, I like to ride on Lazam's shoulder to get everywhere with you guys.
Yeah, Lazam is like 7 foot something, and like Rill is like 2 foot something. So.
Yeah, I'm a little guy.
But together we could be 9 foot something.
Well, and we are.
Potentially 10 foot something, depending on how the math works.
I could always raise my arms to my full height.
And then just put like a trench coat on and
I stand on your shoulders and we go everywhere in a giant trench coat.
Is this person?
That's Lazam and Rill in a trench coat.
So a couple of weeks have passed by, and you guys have gotten settled into your classes. You're getting used to your professors and all of your classes, professors. You're meeting some new friends, getting used to the campus. It's a very it's been a very warm summer, and even entering fall. I think someone's getting some feedback on the mic. Yeah.
I have headphones, so it's not me.
I think it might be coming from Soof.
Yeah, let me turn on the noise suppression.
Sure.
Okay, should be on relatively high. Is it fixed there?
Well, yeah. So it's seems to be working. So the weather at this school is pretty nice. It's still coming through. Maybe try muting until like push to talk, or
yeah. I'll just get headphones.
okie doke.
Like a peasant, like the rest of us.
Funny, I was just reading about how the U.S. military developed something, a non-lethal weapon that if someone's talking into a microphone, it repeats their voice back to them at a slight delay, and it causes them to get confused and stop talking.
Yeah, that is actually very effective. That used to be a challenge on like popular YouTubers back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a whole thing to see how much they could talk while having that happen to them.
Okay, it should be fixed.
All right. Perfect. So, as I was saying, the weather on campus is nice. I mean, this is like LA type of weather. It's gorgeous, sunny all the time. It rained once, but it's now homecoming week, and there's school spirit is up in the air, and I think we decided that red and white were the school colors.
Oh yeah.
Homecoming week?
It's like when they have all of these parties and events and a big football game, and like a lot of alumni come back for their little like reunion events and stuff like that from what it was at my school.
Yeah. So it's not like your parents are visiting from home or something. Okay.
Yeah, that's parents' weekend.
Yeah,
it might coincide.
So it's called homecoming because it's the football's first home team game or home game.
Okay.
So, and that's actually what's happening here. So the Blood Rush team, the Ashford Blood Rush team, is going to have their first home game this year, and the school spirits everywhere, colors are everywhere.
Did I make it onto the team?
Oh, that's right. Remember, your tryout was throwing me into the chimney.
The tryout was throwing her into the chimney. We'll say Lazam did get onto the team.
And I also want to say something. So I realized sort of after the last session that it doesn't make sense for Rosa to be the team captain because like she's a freshman. So I'm going to amend that and say she was the team captain of her high school. And I mean, I think that she was like they had tryouts before the school year, and so she did get on. She's already on the team, but she's just really good for now, right?
Yeah, she's just a really good cheerleader at the moment.
They've got their eye on her. She's going places.
She knows she's going to be team lead.
Like totally.
In fact,
She's team lead elect.
So the Blood Rush coach, the new Blood Rush coach that is, whose name I have written down but escapes me at the moment, Jonathan, assistant coach Jonathan, now head coach Jonathan. He's not the greatest head coach, and this is definitely just going to be like a one-season thing for him. They're going to look for a new coach. And his strategy is, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So although there's this like 7-foot-something Goliath that perfectly threw a gnome however many yards directly into a chimney, he doesn't want to bench his starting quarterback because he's too afraid to. So right now Lazam is a bench warmer quarterback, and
your second string.
Anyway,
just for
it's a couple of days. We'll say a day before the homecoming game, and I believe, or no, 2 days before the homecoming game. You guys all get like a message on this world's equivalent of like Facebook or whatever. It's not a group message. It was sent to you individually, and it was actually sent to you from the former Officer Foreman. If you recall, Officer Foreman was the completely inept security guard, campus security guard, who got fired from his job because of his incompetence in what he did, and is now working as a busboy at a like a rundown diner at the edge of town.
I want to say that I swing by to say hi to him every once in a while. Rosa does.
Perfect, and that's actually so he would actually having this relationship with Rosa and starting to like gain trust in this new like adventuring party that's just forming at the school right now. He sends you guys a Facebook message, each of you individually. It's not a group chat, and he says, "Hi, this is Officer Foreman. I'm sorry, I'm Busboy Foreman." He doesn't even like delete officer. He just corrects himself in the message.
It's all one message.
Yeah, it's clear this is
like
this
text to speech.
Yeah, this was text to speech.
I'm just icing my knee and I'm hard boiling some eggs.
So there's just like no punctuation in this message. It's very boomer type of vibes from it. And it says, "Hi, this is Officer Foreman. Busboy Foreman. I've been doing really good at my job." No, I should delete that. That's not important. And I thought you guys should know that when I was cleaning dishes the other day, I found on a napkin, looks like somebody may have been plotting to do something at homecoming at the game. And it may be involved the Nightmare King. So send. and then that's it. That's the end of the message.
I think I text him back. I'm like, "Listen, I think we need to work on your phone skills. Maybe next time I see you."
I'd
And I'm
like
like,
to
bro,
I'd
there's
like
a
to
button for sending.
Yeah, I'd like to text him back. Can you send a picture of this napkin? Or you just sent a
He
text?
he sends a picture of the napkin. It is so like blurry though and out of focus. And you actually received 2 images. The first one is like the front facing camera, like he wasn't expecting to take a picture of himself.
And the real one has his thumb over it, like the pink blur when your thumb is over.
Exactly.
I'm gonna send a I'm gonna send a group text message to everyone. Make a group chat with Foreman in and say, "It's time we're heroes. I swear we will fix this," and send that to everyone as though I'm the only one who got the message.
I would like to text everyone and say, "Did he say Nightmare King? Do we know what that is?"
Do we want to do
I would say there's like a baseline understanding of what the Nightmare King is or who he is.
Okay.
I want to be clear to you guys as a dungeon master. I am not actually 100% familiar with the Nightmare King from Fantasy High, but I have like a one
Oh
sentence.
shoot! It's from Fantasy High, and that's where it's going to bite me that I didn't ever finish it. My bad. Okay.
The Nightmare King. Well, don't worry. I have like a one sentence understanding of who the Nightmare King is.
Oh, perfect.
But I think it's a reasonable thing that Nightmare King could be a bad guy in this campaign. So here we go.
Make them your own.
Yeah, exactly. Foreman has text back in the group chat. He says, "Hi guys," and then like 5 minutes later he says, "This is Foreman."
It's written for men. Just anyway.
Yeah.
Number 4.
And I respond like, how
he texts back.
and I'm
He's using like
responding
a. Sorry, how do you respond, Amanati?
Oh, I just said we would never have known who it was if you didn't tell us.
He says
There was no way.
Says, I hope you received my other text message. Do you want me to copy and paste it? And just in case you didn't get my other text message?
I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think so. We got it.
He copies and pastes the same message 3 times before you have a chance to respond. He says, well,
Dang, my
thankfully...
tiny little gnome fingers. I just can't text that fast. Ugh.
He says...
I respond, text message equals chai tea.
That's a good one.
I like that.
I think I tell him that, hey, I'm gonna swing by after work. What, are you in today? Are you working today?
I am working today. I closed.
Great. We'll see you. We'll swing by after school.
Good plan.
You guys go about your day at school. Like I think I mentioned this last time, it's up to you guys to decide how good or bad your characters do in class. So if you want to be like perfectly acing all your classes or skipping all of them and failing all of them, wherever you fall on that scale is totally up to you. No roles involved.
Yep. Rosa is definitely an overachiever. Her worst trait is her personality, but everything else she works really hard on.
That's a pretty big trait to have.
That's the weakest link. It's who you are on the inside. Oh no. Real does not agree. Real sees through to the heart of gold question mark.
It's brass. It's all brass.
It's gold plated or something.
It's definitely gold plated. It looks very pretty.
It looks expensive.
Okay, yeah.
I can say that Real is the kind of student who aces a lot of things except for the stuff that she considers stupid. The same way that she approaches rules. She's a rule follower unless it's a stupid rule, and then she makes the executive decision to not follow it. So, for example, perfect marks in botany, perfect marks in biology, perfect marks in zoology, perfect marks in art, but then like basic economics, absolute straight across the board S, doesn't even go to class, ignores all the emails, is just like, he'll figure out eventually that I don't care and it's dumb. And
why are you in my personal life right now?
That's right. I've been creeping and stalking on you.
No, I went to my economics class once, and I had to listen to this guy tell me all about Elon Musk, and so now I'm just not going.
Oh God.
Oh.
I am being forced to take a microeconomics class, and I've yet to do any work, and it's 3 weeks in. So it's a
I'm
problem.
so sorry.
I have a full econ major.
I'm so
LOL.
sorry. That explains a lot, actually.
Shots fired!
Wow.
I love you.
Wow. You know what? You open the doors. I'm not holding anything back now.
Right. Rose definitely
The gloves
takes,
come off.
right. Rose definitely takes the econ classes, but she has the relationship with econ that like political science students do, to where like, you know, economics majors thinks political science majors are stupid because they don't use enough quote unquote objective facts or like numbers and stuff like that. And she's just like, econ majors are just too uppity, and you know, they don't take like real world situations and like other things into their analysis. So she has a friendly rivalry with the economics department.
I think there's a lot of
and I take the
going
She
on.
definitely does well in the classes just so that she can shove it in the face of the econ majors
Oh,
and be like,
100%. I
And be
can
like,
see it now. She
I
comes in
thought-
and she's like raising her hand in class, and she's like, "No,
Yeah.
this is unrealistic, and you shouldn't neglect this variable." And then when she does it, she does all the math flawlessly, and like has the most perfect handwriting on her exams. Like, tell me I'm wrong, because I'm
Yeah, she
sure I'm not
does.
wrong.
she dots all of her eyes with hearts.
Of course she
Oh my God.
does.
I'm saying that the econ class,
So-
the economics class, like the econ 101 is 100% filled with like the freshmen, like business major frat boys, like just the worst type of people to interact with. And
So Amanati takes the econ class and has a spiritual awakening because of it. That's how much she hated. She hated it.
She's transcended herself in rage. Very nice.
They started talking about labor and production, and the activist in her woke up. She was like, no.
She does her entire project on microloans. Oh gosh. I love this. I love how this whole thing is turned. How do you do in school? Well, in econ.
We all
This is-
feel very passionately about econ, except for one of us.
So most of my classes would have been quite practical. So like gelatinous cube care and you know, all that fun stuff. But seeing as everyone else has taken econ, I suppose I'll take econ with the rest of you as well.
I 100%
Can
have
we
it in
get
my
a
head.
trigger warning for econ classes?
I'll put it in the chat.
I keep failing assignments where the coach keeps interceding to getting them to like bump me up to a pass.
That's exactly what the coach should be doing too. I have it in my head
Amanati
that
keeps asking when we're gonna play the widgets game.
I have it in my head that Lazam, among his other practical classes, is how to spot mimics 101.
Yes,
Yes.
there is
Oh,
absolutely a baby mimic somewhere in my bag.
Oh God.
Real recommends that Lazam take a parabolic projectile motion to just really buff up the throwing aiming skills for our future endeavors.
I feel like Fizz 1 might be a bit beyond him.
Just basic physical science, like the 010 version. How about that?
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
The room falls silent.
So you guys are taking your classes. Things are going according to your descriptions of such. And after school, one by one, Rill is driving around picking up people from their classes. I don't know what kind of music Rill plays, but it's just like blasting windows down. So it's like you can hear Rill before you can see Rill in the car.
It's gangster rap.
Does Sunny's
I
character
was-
say getting losers were going shopping?
Yes, I was between gangster rap and full blown polka. That was the other thing that I was
It's
thinking.
just Yanni or Kenny G.
Wait, no, it is. Well, I'm driving, but then as soon as everybody gets in and we start enacting the Beyonce music videos, it's of course just that. Like,
yeah,
we just have to have
of course,
obviously. Okay.
You guys drive across town, and
I imagine I'm holding on to the top of the car. There is no way there is room for all of us in there.
I guess there are like 5 of us, huh?
Well, I don't exactly know how to physically describe this, but we'll say that this is a SUV that has third row seating, and so like Lazam is like he's in the middle front.
Like 8 people. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in like the middle seat, completely crammed up, and like the people sitting next to him have like just a ton of room because you didn't divvy up the seats in an economical fashion.
Oh no!
Because obviously, Rosa is sitting shotgun, so she's sitting in the front row,
Obviously.
right seat. Even though she's like this small tiefling, no, she's 5'2", so that's pretty small. And she's just like, this seat is mine. And if anybody tries to get in the seat, she like intimidates them to get out. So
she just burns them.
Right.
I reach over and turn on the heat seater when you're not looking.
Right.
So you guys make your way. The restaurant that he works at is just called Harmony. And when you walk in, it's like a 50s style diner, except it's very run down. So there's like booths lining up along the windows, and then like a bar that wraps around the center of the restaurant. It's a very like long restaurant, like very rectangular and very long. And there's a couple of swinging doors you can see behind the bar that lead back into the kitchen. They're silver with like a really beat up looking windows on them with like a sort of a black plastic frame around the windows. And inside you see like there's a couple of customers finishing up their food. It's just a couple of there's an older couple on one end and like a student typing away at their laptop on the other side of the restaurant. And you see Foreman sees you over the top of Algebraic pizza. Sorry, I just saw that image.
Sorry.
And you can see Foreman sees you over top of these sort of swinging saloon-style doors that lead into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks in, and he's wearing like an all-white clothes with a white apron and like the white cap. And he looks like a very typical busboy. He's got a plate in one hand, and he's scrubbing it with a washcloth. He's like, oh, you guys got my messages. I'm glad you got my messages. We can talk in the kitchen. And you can see, like, nervously as he's washing the dish, it breaks in his hands. Like, oh no. Oh, that's the third one today.
Are you all alone here? Where are the other 3?
Sorry,
wait. If he drops it, can I make a motion to catch it?
Yeah, make a dexterity save.
Okay, so that's D20, right?
Yeah, and then there should be a spot on your character sheet for saving throws, and then you add the one that says...
Hold on, I messed it up. This thing.
For Rose, I think it'd be a +4.
$57.
I want to.
57. Okay.
Let's see. 10 and plus
4.
Let's see. Dexterity 4. Yeah. So 14.
So he drops the plate as he's washing it, and you like catch it like an inch before it hits the ground, and you hand it back to him. He's like, oh, thank you. And he continues to this plate, by the way, is clean. He's been done scrubbing it before he even saw you guys. But he's still scrubbing it. He's like, here's the napkin, he says, that I found. And on the napkin you can see like somebody was using this as like to scribble their notes on while they were talking or at their table or booth or whatever. And it's like a bullet list, like a brainstorming bullet list of like homecoming ? Ideas ideas to win homecoming game, and Among the ideas you see that there's like summon the Nightmare King, and then that's crossed out by line. Summon Nightmare King Servant,
What?
and then that one is like underlined like 3 times.
Oh my god.
And
then there's some of those hearts, like those little hearts and flowers that you draw when you're listening to someone and you're just absentmindedly doodling around there.
Given that this was drawn by head coach Jonathan, it's probably going to be like footballs and like posts and
Are
stuff.
we sure that it's drawn by head coach Jonathan?
Do we think that it's him?
Drawn by it could be drawn by the opposing team.
True.
Are they here yet?
Yeah, the opposing team arrived. They actually arrived this morning, and they're staying the weekend. They're from the nearby town of Birchburg, and yeah, they're the visiting team. They arrived this morning.
So it's probably the visiting team. We should go there and mess up their stuff, and that way they won't be able to summon the Nightmare King or win.
I click my tongue and I say, "Hey, loser, could you tell me what this guy looked like?" To Foreman.
Well, when I went to get their dishes off the table for them, they said, what did they say? I said, "Can I take your dishes?" And they said, "Whatever, loser." And so I took the dishes, and I think they looked. Oh, what they looked like. It was like this middle-aged human, and then there was also like a Goliath. He looked like he was college-aged, very buff. He had on like a Letterman jacket. I think
Like,
they both ordered pancakes.
What were the colors of the jacket?
That sounds like it could have been me.
That was blue and white on the Letterman jacket.
Yeah, so it's the opposing team.
Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain. Maybe I am.
And I want to say that. I want to say
Am I the drama? Is it me, Judas?
Me, Judas.
I want to say that like the foreman and like everyone else in the party is just like used to Rosa using the word loser all the time. So
it's just like a an ingrained part of her vernacular.
Yes, yes.
And he's like, well, after I got their dishes, then I went back and I started cleaning them. And that's when I noticed that there was a napkin on one of them. That's when I said, this is some weird notes. I should talk to those people that solved the murder. I bet they can solve this too. And then I started washing the dishes, and I put the dishes away. And then I started closing up, and he starts going on and on about like just what he did the rest of the night. Has no relation to the rest of the story. He's like, oh, but you probably don't want to hear about any of that after he gets through like the entire story.
Which type of what sides did he get with his pancakes?
I think they had turkey bacon, one of them, and the other one had hash browns.
Nice.
Good taste.
Yeah.
So that's not a character reference. It doesn't mean anything about their character references.
But maybe they shared the plate of hash browns. Also, they both ordered a coffee, 1 sugar.
Interesting. So they're weak-minded. Good to know. I'm just kidding.
If you're only going to put 1 sugar, why not just put no sugar?
Go big or go home. Coming.
Right.
Go home coming.
If your coffee isn't like 50% sugar and cream and milk, what are you drinking?
What's the point of you?
So he says, anyways, I really think I should probably get back to work. They said if I break more than 5 dishes a day that I'll get fired, and I'm only at 3 today, so, I'm doing pretty all right.
That's per day?
Per day.
That's
they had
quota.
they had to be pretty accommodating for me. And
have you joined a union?
There is actually there's a local busboy union that I've joined. Also, my boss can cast like mending, I guess.
I want to say that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what?
No, I want to say that like because Rosa's like wants to be a law student, she like suggested for him to join the union and stuff. So
Yeah, no, it was like Rosa's idea. She said there was a busboy union. When I joined them, they said I have to pay some like dues or something, and so now I'm considered a
I
good
offered to
worker.
pay the dues for you.
Oh, that's so nice of you. It's 3 silver a month.
No problem.
Perfect.
All I ask is for a free burger once in a while.
Whenever you guys come in here, the food is on me. Just don't tell my boss.
Right, I will have 2 plates of hash browns, a pancakes, some waffles, and 5 coffees, please.
5 coffees?
I can
Everyone.
I can make that.
Taking
But
advantage
we're
of the
closing.
I stare at him judgmentally, but I don't say
Sounds like
anything.
an econ major.
So he goes back. Go get started on that, and he goes back into like the kitchen area and he starts cooking up.
It'll help
Meanwhile,
us investigate.
meanwhile, you look at this napkin and you kind of search around and unfold it.
Is there any
not
food
a-
on the napkin?
Yeah, so it's like not like a paper disposable napkin, but like a I can't think of the term, but like the reusable one that you want. Handkerchief. Thank you.
They were taking notes on a cloth napkin, like a handkerchief.
Yes.
These
Or is it
people,
like high quality paper, or are we talking like a
absolute
McDonald's?
madness. What kind of psychopaths are we dealing with here?
I like how
Oh,
that's what's getting to Rill. It's like, oh, the Nightmare King, that's fine. Servant to the Nightmare King, no problem. Oh, they wrote this on a
oh my
handkerchief.
God, this is a permanent marker. Oh, this won't wash out.
So when you examine it further, you see that there's the list like Nightmare King ? And then that's crossed out, and then it's like Servant of the Nightmare King underlined, and it says research Nightmare King, and then that's circled, and then it says would it be a penalty ? And and it says pay the refs underlined.
Ooh, bribery. Ooh,
Intrigue, mystery.
So,
the thick plottins.
so I think that Rosa probably definitely has connections with like the referees, or she's definitely texting people trying to find out who the referees are.
Yeah, so you send like a group text to your cheerleader team, and they're like, I guess it's just like the normal referees. They did bring in a couple of like a new guy though from like I don't know, like in there's like the referee team, I guess, and like there's like the head ref, but like there's a new head ref this year, and like nobody really knows them.
Sketchy.
So I try to find out how I could get in contact with this guy.
There's like a skirmish today that they're gonna have refs reffing, and like I guess it's like supposed to be like a realistic game so they can like practice, and like I guess there'll be like refs there. And all of this is being sent by Casey. She's one of the cheerleaders. She was also a captain at her high school cheer, and she's also a freshman, but she's not as good as Rosa. And she's like very jealous of Rosa for that fact, and so like there's a lot of snark in her messages in the group text, like very passive aggressive, just to the point where you can't really call her out without like starting something, but just enough that it would get under Rosa's skin a little bit.
Rosa mutters under her breath, bitch. Anyway.
Ooh, it just got heated.
But she says
aggressive, passive aggressive.
But then she says like there's some type of game that test game where the refs are going to be? That's right. That's what's
Ruby should have
happening,
been a
right?
cheerleader in real
Am I
life.
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to
like
be there right now?
like a skirmish, I guess. The
Is it-
skirmish. The skirmish is like tomorrow morning, and yeah, so Lazam would know about this. There's just a skirmish. The Blood Rush offense is going to be playing against the Blood Rush defense, and they're going to have the refs there so they can actually call the plays and.
It's a
and have it-
scrimmage. It's a
Yeah,
scrimmage.
It's a
Yeah.
scrimmage.
There we
Or
go.
skirmish.
I love that word. I was like, my dad used to call it something.
So I tell
Okay.
them.
I'm back.
So
Sorry,
I tell
guys. I
them
had to
like
clean
we
the
should
house and
definitely
stuff. So
be
now
there
I'm back to
tomorrow
commentate.
to check out these
Sorry, I've been
refs.
like an hour late.
I feel like the refs aren't the problem, right? They're the like the people who are going to get bribed. We should be checking out the other team, and if we happen to
it's a
sabotage some of their
mystery.
players while
It's
we're
a
there,
sport mystery.
whoops.
Oh, my hand slipped.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
Oh,
thinking if they're
multiple
gonna
times.
research, they're doing research. Where would they do research? Maybe we should like go to a library or something and see if they've been seen again and what they were looking into too. Maybe we should do some
idea.
research too.
There is a there's a history professor here that they would probably start with that you think of. His
okay.
name is Professor Zanier Twincord.
All right.
Just a moment here. So Zanier Twincord is the professor of like History 101 and History 201 regarding like the regional history.
Wait, is this a high school or college? Because high school doesn't have 201
Yeah, let's go
and
harass
stuff
him
like
late
that.
at night.
I
What?
mean,
When you pull up the school website on one of your phones, you see he does have office hours that are going for like another like 45 minutes, and if you drove to his office, it would take about a 10-minute drive.
Dude,
How
high
maybe we just
school
do
just
that
have
and
office
knock that
hours?
out. Let's just knock it out. Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. I mean,
I revved the
office
engine.
hours are never actually real, but
Get in,
Let's
loser.
try.
We're going to office hours.
office hours being closed door. They're never there, but let's try.
Exactly, they're never there. Thank you. They are never there. There's actually a
you
Spider-Man
get
comic where
back
he webbed the
into
door,
the
so the
car,
person
and
had to be in
like begrudgingly,
office hours.
Lazam gets back into the middle seat by this point, despite the fact that it would be more space economical to put him literally anywhere else.
Yep. I imagine my head hits the ceiling every time I go
Back
over a
pedal,
bump.
feet on the hub.
Yeah.
Actually, you have to open up like the sunroof to put like the top of his head to fit.
Or
Yes.
just stick him in the very back and leave the back of the SUV open so his
No, no,
legs
no.
just
Oh,
dangle
yeah,
outside.
like when you're coming back from Home Depot.
Yeah.
I have sunglasses, so I've got to borrow some off our cheerleader.
Yes.
Oh, he's wearing cheerleader sunglasses that are like bedazzled.
Yep.
100%.
You guys make your way to Professor Twincord's office, and he. So I should clarify with you guys. So I haven't actually been to a 4-year university, so a lot of this stuff that I describe, I may get like totally inaccurate, stereotypical version of. But I
You're
think that kind of
It
wildly
doesn't matter
spot on
because
for
it's
anywhere.
fantasy university.
Wildly-
Yeah.
That too, but you're wildly spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has his office hours, and he's there, and as you guys walk in, he's like he looks almost exactly like the guy that plays shoot, if you've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he was Raymond Holt's husband. He played that demon.
Oh
that
yeah,
plays-
that guy Kevin
Yeah,
or whatever
okay.
his name is.
Place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in that too. Oh yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, he looks almost exactly like them. He's got like a sweater vest overneath or over top a button-up shirt, and he's got on slacks with some nice pants and a pair of like really old aviator bifocals. And he looks up at you, he's like, oh, yes. Are you here about the assignment? I am not extending any of the due dates, and it will be a 0% if you don't turn it in on time. So that's what you need to know about it.
I'm on the football team.
He looks at you. He just
Nobody asked for the rubric, bro.
totally.
You called?
The moment you say that
Oh,
you're on
no
the
one
Blood
asked for
Rush
the
team,
rubric.
like he just totally dejected look on his face. He's like, oh. Let me guess. The coach needs your
I'll put
grade to be
chat right
raised.
here, so y'all can see the chat.
Yes.
It'll be here.
We're not even in this class.
I'm about
She
to
doesn't
get
even go.
minus.
What classes do you even teach? We're not even here.
Okay, so now you guys
Listen,
can see
what-
the chat.
If you're not
This
here
is
for the
something else.
assignment and you're not here on behalf of the Blood Rush team, maybe I can direct you to one of my TAs.
No, we need to talk to you specifically, but it's about something else.
Do you
Okay.
know the Muffin Man?
The
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
What is that a
Do
thing?
you know
I've been
that?
seeing that everywhere
He
nowadays.
lives on Drury Lane.
Ah, that Muffin Man.
I think that I'm going to like drag him
He says,
out.
"Ah." He says, yes, Muffin Man, I'm familiar. So
Great. Are
send me,
you
like-
familiar with the closely related to the Muffin Man, the Nightmare
I'm gonna
King?
get myself some
What?
If you know the Muffin Man, you may know.
They're play cousins.
Ruby grabs him by like the arm and pulls him out of the office. He's like, good heavens, you would lay your hand on a faculty member? This is highly irregular, and you will be reported to the school board for this immediately.
Listen, just be thankful that it's my hand and not the giant hand of the Goliath over there. Listen, your life could be worse. This is very important. It's probably a matter of life and death. I'll get back to you on that.
Continue.
Well, has anyone come in been asking you for information about the Nightmare King or the servant of the Nightmare King?
You know,
It might have been someone claiming to be doing research for something. It may even have been someone who was not wearing arms, if that rings a bell.
I had a discussion with the quarterbacks coach of Birchburg. He's also the history professor over there. He also, we were exchanging notes about some research we did into the Nightmare King.
And what did you tell him?
Well, we were discussing how one of the new discoveries about the Nightmare King was how there's a, how do I put this? There's a way to summon a servant of his that involves raising a labyrinth from the ground.
Ooh.
Wait,
Interesting.
Not
but then
much
does
is
he have
known
to
about
get
it.
out
I
of
was
the
asking if
labyrinth?
he had heard anything. He hadn't heard anything
Or
about
are
it.
you
But
in the labyrinth?
we exchanged some notes. He learned
I need more info.
most of the stuff he gave me. In fact, everything he gave me was stuff I already learned through my research. So he says this very proudly, with a lot of pride. And
Yes, you're very smart. What did you tell him?
well, some old book that I gave him detailing some of these rituals.
Oh, great. Do you have another copy, or do you know where we can find one?
I don't have another copy, but what I do have are some of my cliff notes that I removed from the book before I gave it to him. I could give you
Excellent.
those.
That would be great.
He gives you a couple of pieces of paper that are filled with sticky notes on them. And as you try
The
to read
branchings of a lunatic mind.
as you try to read them, a lot of them is horrible handwriting, just downright the worst handwriting you've seen. This guy could be a doctor.
I turn the whole thing
probably.
upside down to see if it's any clearer.
It is.
Some doctors, I don't know what's
it
right
is
side
not,
or
surprisingly.
upside down or whatnot. I actually have to look at the
Okay,
letterhead.
so he gave us that. Oh, that's what I was going to ask him. Did it not ring any alarm bells in your mind when someone came to you asking for instructions on how to summon a servant of a Nightmare King?
Hey, well, when you put it that way, it does seem to be a little bit concerning, yes. However, the way he put it to me was that he wanted to exchange our research notes about the Nightmare King. He knew that he knew that I was very knowledgeable about the Nightmare King. He said he had a new curriculum he was introducing to his students over at the Birchburg Adventuring Academy, and I thought I would help. But now that you put it that way, I do see how it could have been very problematic. Oh dear heavens. And he like starts to like he's starting to like kind of panic a little bit. He's like, do you think he's gonna, you don't think he wouldn't use these, right? He's not gonna, that would be bad.
I for some reason I have in my mind that Rosa's carrying around the napkin. Whoever's carrying around the napkin, I would like to show him the napkin. Are you guys okay with that?
Rosa pulls the napkin out of her pocket and she's like, listen, I think you should take a look at this. Like, I think that he might be planning to use the Nightmare King servant, whatever it is, to mess up the Blood Rush game. And if you're the reason we lose, I'm going to be really bitter at you for like the rest of my 4 years.
If you're a UI developer, use napkins
just to let you know.
Lo-fi
you think
frames.
You hold the cards right now. I am, in fact, the professor. I can just fail you.
I'd like to loom over him.
I would like to remind you that we're not even in your class.
As you loom
Roll to loom.
I'm using that for the rest of my life. I'm looming over you.
Zom like looms over him with Rill on his shoulder, and Rill says, "We're not even taking your class right now."
Rosa gets like really inflamed, and she like just glares at him extreme, like she tries to intimidate him. Gets really close and be like, "Oh yeah."
Well, now that I think about it,
you can't follow me. I drop out.
You can't fire me. I
quit. He says, "Now that you mention it like that, I suppose I could give you a fair opportunity and curve the grade a little bit, but
and I wonder
I am the professor. All right, I will not be bullied like this." And his voice is like really shaky, but he says, "But it works this time."
You don't sound so
bullied like this in general, or again.
In general, I don't usually get bullied like this, but you darn kids got away with it this time.
Takes fist at Sky.
Okay. So what we know is that the quarterback's coach from the other team has his hands on a book of rituals, and it involves raising a labyrinth from the ground, right? As in, like, are we talking like raising a labyrinth, like kind of like a hedge mage version of
a like a hedge mage type of thing?
So, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm definitely just picturing this coming up on the Blood Rush field. Like, I don't know if that's how it's going to go, but do we have any other like large areas of land on campus where he might try to do this?
What are the rules on using magic in fantasy football here?
Totally
fantasy football.
Game on. Like, magic is this Blood Rush is a very violent game, and you know, in regular American football, people wear pads, and there's a lot of rules about how you can tackle because for like safety reasons. All of that is thrown out the window in Blood Rush because at the end of the game, the players are given healing potions.
He means real football.
There's some studies into the long-term effects about doing that over and over again and taking healing potions to fix up. But for now, it's a unbelievably profitable venture for everybody. So it's like the research is kind of being ignored a little bit.
Okay. So in theory, they could summon a giant maze, including the servant of the Nightmare King, to screw up the game. That would be a legal move.
It would be...
Well, he did circle, would it be a penalty, question mark.
Ah, that's true.
So I think it may be up for debate.
It would be skirting a lot of rules and regulations of the game. And depending on how a judge views it, a referee views it, they could allow it or disallow it.
Still, I think we should avoid it, probably. I'm also, I don't know, let me ask the professor, actually. Or maybe I can just scan the cliff notes, but the rituals, do they require things like innocent blood sacrifices and things like that? Like... I'm assuming this is bad.
That's a lot to go through to win
They
just
do
a football
require,
game.
when you look at the Cliff Notes, one of the things it requires is the bones of a creature that's been dead for more than a year.
Ooh, strange.
Hmm.
The rest of the ritual material components are like fairly average stuff. Like you need some soot and powdered some powdered roses, and you need to cast it in a fire. Just some average, ritual stuff.
Gotcha.
That seems, or Rosa says, she's like, that seems like surprisingly easy for like a spell that's going to summon even the servant of the Nightmare King. Like, this is strange to me. But in any case.
It's surprising it doesn't happen more often, honestly.
Right?
It seems, and this is when the professor speaks up. He says, "Well, this is a relatively new discovery. I think it might be some lost knowledge."
And you just tell people how to do this extremely easy thing to summon the servant of the literal Nightmare King.
I thought I was speaking colleague to colleague, professional to professional, that they were going to use it for research purposes.
Bro. When I was a martial arts teacher, I teach anybody
it turns out I did not think very far ahead on that.
All right, Horace Slughorn.
Okay.
Getting some real Slughorn vibes here. Well, I'm sensing a trend at this school. I can't say that I'm surprised, but I am disappointed. And I, again, look down my nose from the great height of Lazan's shoulders.
To make it more dramatic, I cast Thaumaturgy to like dim all the lights.
Yes. Yeah.
Says, well, I'll tell you
the
what.
Players are setting the scene,
if you guys can get that book back, I can put in a good word with some of your professors and help your grades.
Or give us a late enrollment with an A+ grade.
So that means I could pass econ?
You could pass econ. I could get you through
No
econ.
one passes econ.
Rosa is like insulted that anyone would assume that she needs help passing her grades.
I'm ready to sell out the whole group.
Are you sure you're not an econ major?
Action economics.
Okay, so we gotta go find the other team, right? Rosa, do you know like where they stay when they get into town?
I like text people and ask where the other team is staying.
They have a vacant dormitory that they a dorm building that they rent out for the entire team and the coaches staff and whatnot.
Okay.
And so I tell them that
the visitors can also stay in the dorm because there's a few fans of the opposing team that come and watch, like the parents and whatnot.
Stealth mission, stealth mission, stealth mission, stealth mission.
I'm on board.
Paladins don't do stealth missions. We hack and
What time is it now? Like in the
you guys went to the restaurant at close and just visited him during this final off. It's about 9 p.m.
Okay. Cool.
9:30. We'll say it's dark out.
Should we wait till later? I don't know if Rose is the best person to go on this, but
I mean, we don't all have to like go in. We can do the same kind of stuff that we did in our last mission, our last case.
But like one rule, please don't immediately break windows.
Yeah, let's.
I mean, nobody has died in this game, so I think Rose is a bit more chill.
That makes sense. Okay, get in, losers. We're going to the vacant dorms.
Where's that from?
You guys make your way to.
Where's that from?
I knock over the professor's hat stand as we leave, like very deliberately.
There's like
just hand over, thunk.
I can't think of the name. I can't think of the name, but like the type of hat that you would see like an English like sheep herder or farmer wearing.
Oh, like the driver's cap, like the flat cap.
Yeah. It's like
it's an old man grandpa hat. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a dozen of those on the hat stand, and like they all scatter across the floor. He's like, "Oh no!"
I'm gonna start wearing those.
Childhood memory unlocked. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let that be a
carry
lesson
on.
to
Carry
you.
on. Carry on.
Level her up. Childhood memory unlocked.
I'll take it to heart. As you guys pop into the Porsche, this time when you turn on the Porsche, the previously non-functioning
they had the Porsche.
center console unit. It wasn't completely non-functional, but it was. You always noticed it was really slow. I don't know what the official term for it is, but like the big screen that's in the middle with all the buttons and like Apple CarPlay and whatnot.
Oh yeah, just the dashboard computer thingy.
Yeah. And this time it comes on and it powers on in a very elegant voice. It says, "Hello, I am Serena. What is your next destination?"
Who has the address?
Rosa
Take
gives
us to
the address.
other team.
Yeah. Rosa gives the address. So.
Entering address now. It is approximately a 8-minute, 32-second drive to your destination. Would you like to play some music?
Yes, please.
Yes, 1,000 Miles by Vanessa. What's her name?
It immediately starts like blasting that music as you guys
Vanessa Carlton, is that her name?
Yes.
start driving off. I will say for the sake of this game, this car is a familiar, not unlike the motorcycle that Fabian had in Fantasy
Nice.
High.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's familiar to who though?
A good question. Will is
Me with
usually
my
the driver.
animal handling +4.
Yeah. We'll say it's attuned to Rill.
My booster seat installed.
As you guys drive, it's an 8-minute and 32-second drive, and you pull up.
I make it there in a good 7:45 because I'm better than that. I always beat the clock.
Rill definitely skirts some traffic laws to make it there a few seconds earlier.
I'm holding on to the safety handles.
Speed limits are suggestions.
Speed limits are suggestions, and whenever I get pulled over, I just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I couldn't see over the wheel. I'll do better next time."
I'm having my grandma used to drive, and she was so short. She was like 4'10". She had to put like a pillow on her seat, not for comfort, but just so she could see over the steering.
I was gonna say phone books, but I realized most of you don't know what a phone book is.
Oh my goodness, we know
what a phone book is.
I think she actually did put a phone book underneath the pillow.
Incredible.
Phone books are not a thing in today's world, but in any case.
I like
you guys,
berries for sadness.
We'll say you guys kind of pull up like a block away from the dormitory so as to not draw
We turn our
any
headlights
suspicion. Yeah. You're like the mob,
Turn the
like
music
trailing
down.
2 car lengths behind, and
Enter stealth mode.
We all try to recline our seats so we can't be seen, but what's your character's name again? He's so tall that he can't do it, so he's just in the middle, like just sitting up in the car. Can't go down.
It looks like no one's driving the car, but it's still moving. I'm just sitting there in the middle of the back seat.
Him in the middle of the back seat.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So it's like a 5-story dormitory that's totally rented out. Some of the lights are on. Most of them are, we'll say about 40% of the lights are on. There's some music coming from one of the rooms where there's like multiple neon lights flashing and whatnot. And there's like a couple of kids like walking into the building as you pull up.
Does it have like a swipe key thing to get in, or?
It does not. It just has like it looks like all the kids were given like a lanyard with a physical key on it. This is an old dormitory that they specifically give out to the opposing team because they won't give away the nice stuff to the to the.
All right,
team.
Rill, you're going up to the roof and coming down from there.
Well, so there's that. I also had an idea. What if I cast minor illusion on someone to make them look like they're wearing their school colors, the blue and white, and then you guys like could walk up and be like, "Oh no, we lost our key. Can you just let us in?" And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you must be from us."
Trickery and deception. I love it.
As you guys, assuming that's what you guys go with, you cast minor illusion, and was it Lazan that's going to have the blue and white?
Because he looks like a football player.
Yeah,
I mean, Blood Rush.
Well, he is a Blood Rush player.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm on board with that.
Yeah. Can you cast a minor illusion big enough?
Let's see.
Well, in reality, you just need to get like the.
It says range area 30 feet, 5 feet. So I think I can just cast it all over your Letterman jacket or whatever you have.
Yeah, just recolor it blue and white.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys walk up to the thing, to the building, and if anybody has ever lived in an apartment building, this won't be very surprising to hear, but one person just like holds the door open for you. He's like, "Oh yeah, come on in." Like, no idea who you are. They're just letting you into the building.
Can we say that we planned like that you know, he's gonna get let in, and then like we're gonna wait like 2 minutes until the coast is clear, and then like you can open the door and let the rest of us in so that we can also come.
Yeah. So the coast clears a few minutes later, and you guys kind of run up into the dormitory.
We're being stealthy though, right, guys?
Yeah. So at this point, we'll have everybody roll a stealth check.
I have disadvantage on stealth.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
How does he have disadvantage?
Okay.
I got a 10.
See, 11
Not great.
plus 11 plus 2, 13.
It's
So
15.
10 plus 2 is 12. So I got 12.
12. Okay. So between the stealth checks made by the group here, 10, 15, 12, and what was Rill's stealth check again?
Oh, I had a 10.
10. So 10, 13, 15, 12. And you guys are able to sort of I wouldn't say you guys are trying to be totally like unseen. Like it's not abnormal for just people to be in the building, but you're just trying not to draw attention to yourselves.
Isn't Rosa also in our team's cheerleading kit?
Oh,
cheerleading
were you
what?
in your civvies today? Let's
Cheerleading
see.
outfit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Back
if I
in the
can't
city.
trip, I can just like wait a minute and do it twice, right?
But I don't
Does it
know
matter?
if she would be.
Do we
wearing
honestly
it
think
now.
that Rose doesn't walk around with extra outfits on hand?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say-
honestly. Yeah, good point.
Rosa,
Good point.
Rosa would not be caught dead without like 2 spare outfits minimum.
That's true. She just keeps them in a garment bag hanging in the Porsche trunk 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
Shoes
retcon.
and shoes
I'll
and
allow
everything.
it.
Like full.
Yeah,
See, there's some good DM.
Like
I like
every
it.
time you turn left, it just slaps Velcro in the face because it's hanging from the handle.
Yeah. Okay, so that's fine then.
We'll say Rosa was able to change into her nondescript outfit, or at least non-team color outfit.
Rose is never nondescript.
Never nondescript, yeah.
We'll say it's a non-team color outfit, and
Like, I feel like she's wearing sort of like, I don't
Like,
know,
Basic
black.
fall girl, basic vibes. Like,
Yeah, but like it goes with her colors, right? So it's like probably black to match like her hair and stuff like that. So she's looking a little bit gothic, but not so much that people would ever assume that she's like goth nerd whatever thing. So
has like a hint of goth in her outfit.
They're all
Yeah.
just like, wow, she's so like New York. Like she's just very
Yeah, that's
Goth is
like,
not New York.
cool
bro.
girl fashion. Yeah, there you go.
I can't. I'm just gonna let it go.
So yeah, we'll say that the doors around the dormitory are marked. They were given these sort of nameplates that were just paper printed out, inserted into the spot on the door. And like most of them are like numbers and then the last names of the students or the players. So like numbers 54, 56, 57 are in this dorm and so on. As you approach and go up a couple of floors,
do I see any of my like former friends' names?
Yeah, you'll see. I'll say that there's a dorm from someone that you went to high school with, and like
I absolutely knock and run.
So you ding dong ditch your former classmate. He was actually like right by the stairwell, so you just knock and you immediately go up the stairs and you're looking on the next floor. He was your left tackle at the other in high school, so he would have been like responsible for guarding your blind side and everything.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
Long story short, very important position that doesn't get a lot of recognition.
Okay. He lived his life in my shadow.
Basically. Ouch.
I mean, to be fair, all of us live our lives in his shadow because he casts a very large shadow.
Everybody in his shadow.
I cast Thaumaturgy to make a slightly larger shadow.
I think that also like this team tried to recruit Rosa, but she rejected it simply because blue clashes with her color scheme.
Yes.
Yeah.
That checks out.
As you guys finally make your way, you see a dormitory. It's one of the larger ones that's written on it. It says QB Coach, and then the last name is Woldhand.
Woldhand.
Woldhand. And yeah, it's like just a plain wooden door with the name tag on it. There isn't even like a peephole for him to see who's at the door if you were to knock. And I don't know if
there's
anybody.
No ring doorbell system.
No, and if anybody were to try, if you were like slowly grab the handle and try to move it without making a noise, it seems to be unlocked.
Can I use Thaumaturgy to do it from a distance?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
You're able to use Thaumaturgy to like slowly open the door.
You instantaneously cause an unlocked door to fly open or slam shut.
It just flies open and it's totally dark. The light from the hall enters the room and you can see it's like a more laid out like a suite style hotel from what you can see. And at first glance, it appears to be empty.
Interesting.
Is there anything else in here? Like stuff-wise?
When you get in, you see that the room. Actually, make an investigation check.
Okay, I have a -1 to this, but that's fine.
Okay, yeah.
That's a 5.
5. You're able to very easily identify all of the football gear or all the Blood Rush gear, and not much beyond that. I mean, you find a book with a copy of his game plan, which you like.
I absolutely steal the book with the game plan.
Yeah, you take the book with the game plan in it.
Wouldn't it be
cutting strapping on like the padding and equipment?
Wouldn't it be better to take pictures of it? I don't know.
No, then they won't have it.
I would like to also investigate.
Yeah, make a
I'm
investigation
gonna
check.
also investigate too.
For anybody who wants to, go ahead and make your investigation checks.
I got a 15.
15.
14.
14.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh!
Nat 20 as Ruby, or I'm sorry, as Rill and Rosa. So many R names, I get them confused.
Sorry. Bad.
As you guys are searching the room, you hear Vocal cry out from the back. He says, "Guys, I think I found something." And what you found, Vocal, is it looks like a walk without a handle, and it's definitely been used recently. Something has been burned in this walk, and you can see the charred remnants of something in here. Some small items were burned in here. There's some burn marks, and there's what appears to be like a wishbone, a broken in half wishbone. The side that has the thing on it, the lucky side of a wishbone.
Oh,
All right, so I show the dish to people, and I say, "What was that recipe for summoning the Nightmare King servant? Because I think we just found it being cooked up."
yeah. We check the cliff notes again. I mean,
It matches the cliff notes. And what you also find is the book that he gave the professor.
Oh, good. We've got that. Okay. Nice.
All right.
Inside
Excellent.
the book, you see that the ritual calls for all those ingredients to be burned, and the ritual says that 2 nights hence, the servant of the Nightmare King shall do thy bidding. 3 nights hence, you shall pay with your soul.
Oh.
Okay.
Dramatic.
Okay.
I'm not in love with my soul anyway, so I'm good.
Which Amanati's talking right now?
Brill is giving you a very concerned look.
As you guys are flipping through the pages of this book trying to find anything, so it details that whatever ritual they just did is going to take place in 2 days. So
is that when the game is?
Yeah, that lines up with when the game is. And you find information that it summons a labyrinth and a... it doesn't describe the creature other than something that is perfectly capable or can memorize a labyrinth perfectly.
Wait, say that again?
It summons a creature, a servant of the Nightmare King, that can perfectly memorize a labyrinth. Or a maze.
I wonder what that's for.
Interesting.
A Minotaur? I think Minotaurs love that.
Oh, yeah, right?
That's a stereotype.
Oh, well, I mean, I was speaking out of character in this world, but I suppose that would be concerning in a world where there actually are Minotaurs. Okay.
In my troubadour studies, that's what we learned, that Minotaurs love labyrinths. And it's very well documented. I mean, I don't know if it's a stereotype or it's a cultural thing. It's like saying Italians are good at football, you know? They love it.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, but where would this labyrinth be raised? How does one raise a labyrinth? Is it going to be in an open field or underneath the structures in a basement somewhere?
The last thing that it has you do, the ritual has you describe where you want the labyrinth to be risen. And as you're trying to figure out more about this, what you hear suddenly is like the drunken laughter of a couple of students, and one of them says, all right, Coach Walden, good night, we'll see you at practice tomorrow.
Hide in the closet.
Wait, we're all hiding in the closet.
We won't all fit there.
Is it a walk-in?
It's like the closet you would find at like a hotel that's like half-sized. Maybe one person could like angle themselves to stay in there. Real would have no problem fitting in that closet. Anybody else would have issues. Other than that, it's just the bathroom.
I close and lock the door.
Ooh, of the whole room. Interesting. Yeah.
Except he probably has the key.
But maybe he lost it because he left it unlocked.
Yeah, but if all 6 of us hold the door down, I don't know. Anyway.
Actually, if we hold the door down, he'll think the key's broken.
Yeah, and then he'll leave to get some maintenance person, and then we can make our escape.
Yeah.
Perfect.
How many,
I like that
how many
idea.
stories up are we?
You're on the second floor.
Oh, we can just jump.
Can we fit through the window? I mean, I can, but can you guys fit through the window?
The window seems big enough for even Lazam to fit through.
Okay.
Then we jump. I jump.
No, we stop the door, so then he leaves to go get the key repaired. Then
And
we
then
leave
we
via the
jump.
window.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. That's what
I
we do.
agree. I agree.
You lock the door and like you find like a bobby pin or the.
I just sit in front of it.
You sit in front of it.
Yes.
You can also like jam the bobby pin into like the lock to just totally bust it and cause it to be locked in place.
Yeah, but that'll be obvious if they find the bobby pin.
Oh, good point.
Mm.
As you sit in front of the door, you can hear him.
I also want to say Rosa's on the cheerleader team, so she like came here with like she brought some like stink bombs, and she's just setting them throughout the room before she leaves. Because that's what these opposing teams do and stuff like that. So
Nice.
Perfect.
Prank wars.
As you can hear him approach, you hear him insert or try to open the doors. Like, oh, dang, yeah, but I thought I left this thing unlocked. Oh, where did I put that damn key?
Ish.
Oh man! And you can hear him like fumbling around.
Does he sound relatively drunk?
He sounds a little bit inebriated, yeah.
I'd like to use thaumaturgy to make the ground shake slightly so he feels unsteady.
The ground shakes just a little bit, and you hear like a thud, and he falls over. He's like, "Oh, dang, damn it! I can't handle my liquor anymore. Oh boy." He gets back up. This is all giving you about like I'd say like 5 minutes or so to figure out like an exit strategy.
I mean,
The window.
The window.
yeah.
I mean,
Window.
Rosa just jumps. She's confident in her acrobatics.
You open up the window and jump out, and we'll say it's only one story out. So as long as you have anything +1 or higher to your dexterity, you're able to make this jump, no problem.
I do not.
If you do not, go ahead and make a dex save.
Where do I even see that at?
On your character
Rosa-
page.
Rosa
there's
has +4 acrobatics, so
Why don't I see it?
Yeah, my dex is
Oh, there it
+4.
is.
So.
I have are we rolling for it?
If you have anything higher than a +1 or higher, you don't have to roll.
Okay. I have a +2.
Can I just lower myself down? Like, surely I can almost touch the ground.
He literally
arms fully
just sits on
extended.
You
Yeah, he
literally
sits
just
on
like
the
lower
windowsill and
yourself.
stands up. Yeah.
You literally just lower yourself down, and it's like a 1-inch drop from there.
Nice.
And
I suppose I'll do
He
that
just-
and catch the
or-
others, right?
Yeah, you could just bend over and let us step down onto your back and
Absolutely not. I catch you with my hands as you jump.
one by one, you catch your party members as they jump out the window, and then just as you're kind of like making your escape, and you kind of get behind a couple of bushes and start walking down the street, you see the light come on in that room. He's like, "Ah, dang, nabbit, I left the window open. Now there's gonna be a draft in here. Oh, jeez. Oh,
He's having a
jeez."
bad night. I wish I felt pity, but I don't really.
And then you hear him, he's like, "Oh no. Dang, nabbit, did I bring my game plan to the bar? Oh, dang, nabbit, I must have left it there."
I hope he's learning some life lessons today.
Oh no. Oh, their defense is gonna rip us to shreds. And then you hear him say, "Unless." And then he goes about his business as you guys are walking away.
Oh man, I was gonna pause and listen more.
Oh, that's just it. He's just like thinking to himself, like, presumably just reminding himself, "Oh yeah, I casted the spell."
Yeah.
I want to say that whenever like the stink bombs are set up like close to the clothes, so whenever like they go to mess and put on their game clothes and stuff like that, that's when they'll go off.
They're gonna be stinky.
That's bad. That's bad for our team.
So you guys make your way back into the car, and as you start up the car, it says, welcome back, Rill and friends. Where would you like to go tonight?
Okay, yeah.
Are we done?
Where do we?
Where do we think the labyrinth is going to be?
That's the question, isn't it?
So it sounds to me like he has some sick thing planned for the game. So where do they play the game? Is there a stadium?
Yeah, there's a stadium.
Do we think he's cheating and maybe the labyrinth is going to be somewhere in the stadium? So that's how they win the game.
As
That's
you guys read more of the book that you've taken from him, you realize that not only does it have you describe a place, but it also has you set up like a sort of a manual trigger for it as well.
Can we go there and I can cast Divine Sense?
That could certainly be something you could certainly try. Yes.
No, so the place it describes is where?
The football field.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it is the football field. So can we dress
Well, at least that's
field?
the first place we should check. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Get in, losers. We're going to the football field.
I love this.
Oh, that's going to happen every time we get in the car, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is.
As we all know, in engineering, 2 is a pattern, and I've done it 3 times, so we're already there.
As you guys go to, you drive to the football field. The car says, "It is getting late. Do you require any caffeine to keep yourself in safe driving mode?"
Oh, this car is so cool. Oh, man.
Is obviously yes.
Of course.
Appearing in each of the cup holders, sort of like a Star Trek materializer, is like a coffee, exactly the way that you describe you want your coffee to be made.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Or tea. Yeah, tea, Earl Grey, hot.
That's my order.
And it's cooked to perfection. And just as you're finishing up with the caffeine, we'll say it gives, when you drink something from the car, this is something that it can do once a day. You add 3 temporary hit points.
Ooh,
Nice.
Don't mind if I do.
In D&D Beyond, for those of you who aren't familiar with the mechanic, temporary hit points are just like extra hit points that once they're gone, they're gone. Like if somebody deals 3 damage to you, you go back down to your regular health. And if they deal 4 damage to you, you take 4 damage, but you can only recoup 1 hit point if you have a healing way of healing yourself.
Yeah.
So when I drink the caffeine, I obviously feel these temporary hit points, and that's not normal because when we drink caffeine at like the diner, that didn't happen. So I asked the car, like, did you put anything special in these? What's going on?
The car says, "My engineering is made to perfection. All of my beverages can provide the occupants with a temporary bonus to their hit points."
Mm-hmm.
You know I get doping tested every now and again, right?
This does not show up on any drug testing.
Nice.
Okay, that's fine then.
It's just really, really good coffee.
Does the car also give us a copy of a fatwa or something? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, what the car actually does do says, "This is my phone number. You may contact me to pick you up at your earliest convenience. I do have self-driving."
Ooh.
You can self-drive. Okay, that's it. It's self-drive. I want to live.
It's self-driving what?
I want to live. No more of Rin driving.
Self-driving can only be executed by the driver.
That's right, and I don't, because it is a crime to have a car like this and not enjoy the driving of it yourself, and I rev the engine a bunch of times.
The car asks, "Would you like to turn on safe driving mode to give you extra alerts?"
I will concede, and then I'm gonna say, "Don't say I never gave you nothing."
Look, I've given you a real boost in life. You could be a little more grateful.
A literal
The car is
boost.
sassy. It's a sassy car.
No. I will lay aside my pride and I will turn on the extra alerts, but I will also turn on sport mode.
You turn on sport mode and suddenly everybody is like pushed back into their chair as you speed up.
That's right. Careful what you wish for.
As you guys are driving, I don't know how much experience you have with your characters would have with driving, but I'm imagining it's probably minimal. And it dawns on you.
I drove a lot of tractors.
If you drove a lot of tractors, this
Wins
would
a
dawn
lot.
on you almost immediately. Actually, this is an electric car, so it can do like 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds.
Nice.
That's terrifying. Electric cars accelerate way too quickly.
My elf has never driven any type of vehicle ever.
Are you concerned
I have
in the
never
back?
been relaxed ever.
Gripping the thing.
I imagine that Rosa would be adept at driving quickly or driving fast.
Recklessly, even.
Yes.
Like,
which is why they probably don't let her drive the car. She drove it once, and everyone got freaked out, and then they were like,
even the car was traumatized after.
As you guys arrive at the stadium, even the car says, please consider observing speed limits in the future. Thank you.
I just turn it off. I turn it off.
It doesn't even finish the sentence. Please observe.
I'll take it under advisement.
Dismiss.
You pull up to the football field, and you can see there's like the 2 sides of the football field, one for the home team, one for the away team.
Yeah, divine sense that stuff.
As you walk around with your divine sense, you notice that underneath, so there's like a chair underneath the spot where the quarterback would sit. Your divine sense is tingling.
Yep.
And you see when you reach underneath, there's a literally duct taped to the bottom of that chair is like an egg, just an egg.
An egg.
Rosa has some spray paint, and she's like spray painting the side on the away team with like losers.
Nice.
Oh dear.
I would imagine one of the things that Rosa does is changes the logo from Birchburg to Bitchburg.
Yes.
Oh my god.
She totally does that. Oh my god, that's a good one.
Meanwhile, you pull out this egg. It looks like a regular chicken egg, except it has like one black line drawn all the way around at sort of like a diagonal angle, the long way.
Can I use my farm girl
Farm girl,
skill to analyze this egg?
Farm girl.
I'll roll for barn girl. I have proficiency in this in real life, so just kidding.
Well, we'll say that.
Can I do like a nature check?
Yeah, nature check.
Okay.
And if you're not
that's gonna be a nat 1. Oh, I hate my life.
you go to grab the egg from Lazam, and as you're trying to investigate it, it slips out of your hand and falls onto the concrete, and it breaks. But the yolk is not yellow. It's like black, and it immediately like turns to smoke, and the ground around you begins to rumble.
Oh no! I just triggered it. Sorry, guys.
What have we done? What have you done?
My bad. It's all the caffeine I had in the car. My hands are jittery.
The car made us all crazy.
We're too close to the sun, and now
I've girl bossed too close to the sun.
Stop slave queening. You're breaking the egg.
Girl boss, just cleaning.
Gatekeeping. Oh no.
As you, so suddenly, these stone walls rise all around you, and you suddenly find yourself in the middle of this labyrinth. Is the
Oh,
ground
there's
steps.
stone walls. Oh, bummer. Interesting.
They're about. We'll say they're about somewhere between 15 to 18 feet tall. And you hear some sort of beast wail in the distance.
Well, that can't.
May I do something in reaction to this? May I transform? Can I wild shape into something that can fly and get a bird's eye view of this whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to
fly until level 8.
I mean, I don't know. It says that I can out of the list of things that I can turn into, there's birds and stuff. Right?
Sorry guys, I'm back.
They have a list. I'm looking at a list.
Chop, we're trying to figure out this
features,
mystery.
class features, wild shape. So while you're at second level, you can't choose anything that has a flying or swimming speed.
Oh, okay. So then never mind.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the challenge rating list that they had sorted, but I guess they did.
Oh.
It's out.
Yeah, it looks like 8th levels.
How are the wall of the labyrinth?
How thin or thick?
Are they climbable at all?
They don't look very climbable.
We could form a human tower.
True. I mean, we've got the cheerleaders for it. The human pyramid thing. She could definitely teach us how to do it.
Yeah, she's trying to teach us all how to do the pyramid.
Oh, I see. There it is. Yes. Yeah. Can't do anything that can fly or swim.
You guys can see in front of you, and to your right and to your left a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and stream on Discord so you guys can see the map.
Yep. I mean, I could just cast Yeet on one of you to give you a view over the top of the wall.
Let's see
I wish I had Yeet in real life.
Can you just throw me straight up in the air and I'll look around and then you can catch me when I come down?
Okay, I cast Yeet on Rubric.
Please let us do this.
It had to happen. It has to happen in every game.
Are you trying to throw Rubric over the edge?
No, just absolutely.
They're doing a speedball
land on the wall.
X-Men.
Land on top of the wall? Okay, we can do that. I feel
like Soof is Colossus and Rubric is Wolverine.
You throw Rubric up. I'll have as normal. This will be an athletics check.
All
and
right.
for Rill, this will be a dexterity save.
That's a 19 by me.
I lost my sheet. Hang on. Where is it? Okay, you said dex save, right?
Yes.
Oh, why am I rolling horribly? That's a 6. Gosh. Any switch?
6. You land, we'll say face first onto the wall, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
That checks out.
That's gonna leave us, Scott.
I jump up and brush myself off, and I'm glad that it's dark out, and I kind of hope that nobody saw that.
As you look over, I don't know if you're viewing my stream or not.
Yes, I see it now.
You can see off in the distance there seems to be what looks like a minotaur, except in its skeletal form.
Sorry guys, I was making coffee. I just forgot.
And it is
skeletal.
Yeah, it is moving around.
So when I noticed
I tell them.
I tell Lazama, I'm like, I told you Minotaurs love labyrinth.
I think you shouldn't be feeding into stereotypes like that.
Yes.
Maybe their parent, they should have the option to not live in labyrinths if they don't want to.
We don't need to redline Minotaurs.
In any case, it looks directly at you. This Minotaur, and it. Well, I mean, being a Minotaur, it knows where to go, and it charges down this way and up to here, and we'll roll initiative here.
Who just joined? Somebody just joined.
Aisha.
Who's that?
Alaikum salam.
Hey, can you mute yourself real quick just because we're streaming a game?
Oh.
Thank you.
In any case, though, we'll have initiative rolls go out.
The 12 from me.
Okay, I'm switching dice.
And then Do we plus anything with this?
Yeah, so there should be a spot on your character page that says initiative. It's kind of like towards the middle top on D&D Beyond.
Okay, and
So the Minotaur is just fighting us right away. There's no room for discussion.
He's coming for us. I got a 10.
coming for
BG
you,
dubs.
I got an 18. So I was like, I thought I was gonna play him some bagpipes and see if I could befriend the Minotaur as our guide and leader.
There's probably still a chance.
Yeah, like it's still possible. You can still do stuff in combat.
Yeah, I'm just letting everyone know that's my goal because I don't want to assume things of Minotaurs. Right? Like, hey, this is skeletal and
I
a
love
Minotaur.
this.
This can't be our
I
friend.
love it.
We don't want to hurt the Minotaur's feelings.
What did Rosa get for her?
I got a base 8, but I didn't find the.
It's underneath your
where is it?
proficiency bonus and next to your armor class.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a +2 for Rosa. So 10
Okay.
for Rosa. And I think that would be a tie with Rill. So between the two of you, you can decide who would break the tie. Unless you just want to go by dexterity modifier.
I don't care who goes first, but
I don't care either. My dex mod is a 2.
my dex mod is 4.
Okay, so we'll just go with that. So then you can go first.
Cool.
Okay.
So it's gonna go, and then I've got to roll this guy's initiative. Well, I got its nat 20 out of the way.
Ooh.
Oh, good to use it on there. Don't mind if I do.
All right. First roll I make of the night, and it's a nat 20. So then vocal, and then it would be Zan, and then it would be Rosa, then it would be Rill, and then Aminati. So, again, I think I mentioned this last time, but I do like to use what's called an action-oriented monster, which is just at the top of initiative every round before the monster takes its turn or before the first person takes their turn. The monster has an action that automatically triggers, and they get progressively more difficult or deadly.
Nice.
There's like everything in his life is a lair. This is his lair.
This is his lair.
It's like onions.
You guys came to his home.
By the way, this is just where I've put your guys' characters.
I'm on top of a wall. Can you put me on top of a wall?
Yeah, we'll say you land right up on this corner here.
Yay.
Or this one. Whichever
that one.
one. That
I
one?
know that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
This one also has like a way for you to climb down with the partially destroyed wall here.
Perfect.
But if any of you others would like to have your token moved to a new spot, I just kind of put your things down on the map. We'll say anywhere within 15 feet of your token, you can put your character.
Like to put myself between the Minotaur and the party, ideally.
No.
I think
So heroic, as always.
I think the same between the party and the Minotaur because
I'm right around the corner.
She's just confrontational like that. So
Yeah, right there.
I'd also like to yell, I swear to strike down all undead.
Paladins.
Do I get
Paladins are the
powers?
most noble
Do powers
people
come?
ever. More so clerics. I feel like clerics do it for the
Is
power.
that how they work?
Essentially. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I'm just around the corner, like repeating affirmations to myself, reminding myself that I'm a powerful elf.
Also, you're
You're
also
a
a
strong,
paladin.
independent woman. Affirmations. You're a strong, independent woman.
With that in mind, it's
Be
going
the
to take
newer
its
you want to be in
turn.
someone else's life.
And I just lost its tab. Oh, here we are. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy, I have to have it open in one tab and have the map open in another. That's not confusing at all.
nope, not at all.
There we go. Okay. It is going to charge at Lazam and
Oof.
Let's go, Pally. Let's do
Rosa.
this.
Charge attack.
Fate is in your hands, guys.
It
Man,
charges
this
at
thing is
you
large.
and it literally kind of tries to basically punch both of you right in the gut. As it's trying to it charges and just we'll see how rude it is based on the attack rolls.
I was gonna say that if he's charging at us like with his horns, Rosa's gonna like headbutt back, like they're ramming their two horns. But
nice, that's funny.
It is going to go ahead, and the first punch will go to Lazam. That'll be a 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
The next punch to hit Rosa will be an 11 to hit.
So wait, what do I have to do? Do I have to roll?
So on Rosa's page, there should be. I can see now you have an armor class of 12, but it's something that's right by your initiative if you're.
It's
and I never
like
found. Okay, wait, here we go. Yeah, so got it. So 12,
Yep. So 12, he misses. You guys are able to get like a beat on him as he's charging you, and you're able to just kind of like barely sidestep the punches, and you can see he has these like blue glowing eyes with like smoke falling out of them. And
bit dramatic.
And they kind of squint a little as if he's getting angry as he looks at you.
Or he just has smoke in his eyes.
Angry. Maybe he's just farsighted and
maybe he just
really
has
squinting. It's hay fever. It's the ragweed season, so
right.
After that, it takes us to Velko.
Okay. So I see the Minotaur is not playing around, and I'm wondering whether or not it's a good idea to try and persuade him. Probably not. So how close is he in contact with everyone else? Like if I use within 5 feet?
He's within 5 feet of 2 of your allies, and he's 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, because I don't want to hurt them. But if I can I aim like just behind him so like my attack wouldn't hit them if I use Thunderclap? Because it attacks in like a 5-foot radius, I guess.
Let's see.
It's a point you can touch, isn't it?
It's range, area, casting distance. I said up to 100 feet away is what it says, right?
Yeah, the target would be. See, you create a burst of thunder that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you, and the range is 5 feet. So you would have to be, if you found a way to get to the other side of, yeah. Otherwise, you'd have to stand in one of the spots that are occupied currently by either Lazam or Rosa.
Okay. So I can attack from that distance. Let's see. Thunderwave.
Is this big enough, by the way? Am I zoomed in enough for you guys?
I can see.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Fine.
All right.
I think Thunderwave has a range of 15 feet, so that should be better, right?
Thunderwave definitely starts at a point you can touch. Like, you can't cast it away from you. It starts from your hand.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So it's my mistake then. Because I can't attack and I can't do that.
Vicious mockery.
Ooh, yeah. I love that.
What's Vicious Mockery? Do I have that just naturally, or?
It's a bard cantrip. You might have it, you might not.
I don't. That's not one of the two that I chose. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna try and get around him. So I'll like move up, and to the right as much as I can.
Well, what you could do is this part of the wall here. Oops. This part of the wall right here is destroyed. Or crumbling. So you could try to climb up this part of the wall, like back down around him.
See, now that's good. I mean, he's like helping him.
But I don't think you'd have enough movement to do that in one turn. You could get up to the top in one turn and then down to the bottom in the next.
Yeah, so I'll get up to the top. I'm out of reach at the top, or can you still hit me?
He might be able to hit you. It's hard to guess. You think if he did hit you, it would be he wouldn't be able to put that much force behind it?
No, it's probably safer there anyway. So yeah, I climb up to the top of the wall. That's great.
How tall did you say the walls are again? I forgot.
They're between 15 to 18 feet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it would be hard to reach. That's
Does that end Vocal's turn?
Yes.
Lazam, that's to you.
All right, let's do some smiting. Pull out
Oh,
my
yeah.
great hammer.
Oh yeah.
This is self-care.
Yeah, this is
right. That's
absolutely self-care.
right.
And
Is it
I am
too late?
absolutely sorry. You said something?
No, I was just saying like the two like jocks at the front.
Let's let's do it for the team. Yeah. So with my maul, gonna go in for a comical bonk right between the horns. That is a nat 20 to hit, and I'm gonna smite.
So I am going to go ahead and handle for nat 20s. This is something I don't remember if I covered or not, but for weapons, one of the damage dice is maxed, and then you roll the next one. That way you don't roll like 2 1s and feel like your nat 20 was worthless.
And I get to double my damage on the smite as well.
I believe, yeah. So you double all of the damage that you would normally double the amount of dice that you would normally roll, and then like subtract 1 and add the max roll instead.
Hang on, say that again. So
your weapon, So your weapon. Let's say your weapon does a D12 or a D10.
So I do 2d6. How do I manage that?
So if your weapon does 2d6, it does 12 plus 2d6, and then double the amount of smite damage.
So that's 12 plus 10. Do I double my strength bonus as well, or just add that once?
The modifier is only once.
Okay, so that's 12 plus 10. That's 22. That's 25 bludgeoning damage, and then that'll be 16 plus 2d8 radiant damage.
Oof. Oof.
16 plus 2d8.
And so that'll be 16, 20, 23 radiant damage on top of that.
Oh,
So that'll be 47 damage.
oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
You're level 2.
Best one-hit kills.
Oh my
Paladin,
gosh,
yo.
that's
Paladin's
insane.
Just to clarify.
I get it.
Now. Yeah, so
See?
just to clarify.
Y'all love Paladins. That one-hit shot. Smite.
Oh my gosh.
Just to clarify though, so the weapon is the only one that does the max damage of one of the rolls. So you have to roll all 4d8.
Oh, so I have to roll all 4d8 for the smite?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, let me roll that then.
Otherwise, spellcasters would have like just a total advantage on crits.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be 8, 12, 16, 24 damage. I actually rolled higher.
Oh, even better. Oh no.
So 24, and then how much bludgeoning? 23?
Yes.
23, so a total of 47.
See, I've been there. I know how it feels.
Does
One
the
time.
radiant double because it's undead?
Oh
wait, no, I meant to do double because if it's undead, I think. Where's smiting?
Smiting is
Divine
awesome.
smite. 2d8 and another d8 if it's a undead or fiend.
So we'll go ahead and roll 2 more d8.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna just let you guys.
One shot.
I was gonna let you guys know while he's rolling that in a different game we lost our weapons and I had to use a stick, literally a stick from a tree, and I did divine smite and I got just as high rolls and killed the guy with a stick. And the DM was like, your stick broke and you're using your hands again. I'm like, okay. So yeah, just letting y'all know. Now y'all know why I like Paladins. They don't like area damage, but one-hit damage for one enemy is amazing. They're boss killers.
So that's 23 points of bludgeoning damage plus 33 points of radiant damage.
Oh.
All right.
Quick maths,
There we go.
56.
Yeah.
All hail the Zom.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's done. Like the game is over now.
I gotta do some calculations here.
Did I one-shot it? Or potentially does the radiant damage double because radiant damage?
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, Lazam's shadows made me feel safe, and I'm just taking a nap around the corner of the wall.
Rosa is looking at Lazam like just mildly impressed. Just like mildly
I'll
impressed.
take it. That's the most approval I've ever gotten
A
from.
cheerleader mildly
That's the
impressed by
highest
you is
level
good.
of
You did nearly half of its hit points in one hit.
Oh
So-
my
My
goodness.
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Damn, this thing had over 100 hit points.
Wow.
But it is vulnerable to a certain type of damage that I think everybody here will end up doing to it. So
Okay, it's all right. I can do that again next turn.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways.
Casually crits more times, yeah. Rilla's jumping up and down on top of the wall, like I'm clapping my hands, I'm just like losing my shit. It's really good.
You should totally jump off and elbow drop him.
does that end?
I will attack him, don't worry.
Does that end Lazam's turn?
That ends my turn.
After Lazam,
incredible.
it's Rosa.
Yeah, so Rosa is mildly impressed, and what that looks like is just one eyebrow has gone up. And she's like, huh, okay. But says nothing, does nothing else. That's what it looks like. So she's going to attack. So I want I think that with Monk, I can also attack with a bonus action after this. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, great. So I'm
In
going
fact,
to do
You could spend I believe you can spend a key point to
and do
do
three.
flurry of blows.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just attack as many times as I can. So I'm gonna do my first one. So that's D20, right?
Yep, and then you
It was a
add
good
5
fight. I'm
to
not gonna lie.
hit.
It was a good fight.
And then I add 5 to it, so I got a 16.
16 will
Plus-
hit.
Yeah. Should I roll for all of my attacks first?
Yeah, I would roll for all of your attacks and then roll for how
So-
much damage based on how many
so-
of them you hit.
I am gonna spend a key point to do flurry of blows. So how many attacks do I have total? 3?
That would be 2 more.
Okay,
So
yeah.
3 total.
So next one is a 19, and then I add what to it? 4?
19.
said-
Yeah. Yep. So
No.
5.
That hits. That hits.
That hits. Yep.
And a 4. So
4 plus 5.
Plus 5.
So that would miss. So go ahead
9.
and roll
Okay.
2d4 and then add 6 to it.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 6. So wait a second. Which one is the d4?
The pointy one that you don't want to step on.
Ah, okay.
You do not want to step on them.
So
I
the
would
first
rather
one
step on a Lego.
is right. So the pyramid shaped one. So I got the 4 for the first one.
Nice.
All 4s are at the top. Okay. And then the next one, 1. So
5,
and
6.
then-
That's a total of 11 damage.
Yep. And did I spend my key point is spent, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't
So you have 2 key points per short rest, meaning you could do that again next turn if you'd like. There's
Yeah.
also other options that you can. There's like patient defense, step of the wind, etc.
but okay, so do I have all of my everything I can do this turn spent? Or-
You can still move, but if you move more than 5 feet away, so if you move basically anywhere because
Attack
what's
of
on the map.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then I'll just say because I just want to keep going after him.
So you, let's see. As you punch into this guy, and also Lazam would have noticed this as well. This thing has a vulnerability to bludgeoning damage. And so you're just like punching clean through this thing, breaking bones and shattering joints and
Oh, because it's skeletal, right?
yeah.
Oh, look at
Yep.
that. Getting smart.
And between so Lazam just totally like hits it over the head and leaves a big hole in the skull as it like 3 vertebrae collapse, and then you punch it like twice in the rib cage and break off like half of this thing's ribs. And that's gonna take us to Rill.
Okay. Yes. Well, since it's vulnerable to bludgeoning, I think I am gonna try to like jump from the wall and hit it with my quarterstaff with shillelagh, because that does bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so you'd be able to move down here without needing to like jump. There's like enough of
I want to jump and swing my staff at it on the way down, like whatcha?
You jump and swing your staff on the way down. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah, okay, hang on. I have to like go look at what that is supposed to be.
Like
it's
and her, Wolverine,
with Shillelagh.
Speedball special.
Please be good. Come on. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's good. That's good. That's
Yay!
good.
Okay, and then I am supposed to do what? I'm supposed to do 1d8 plus 2. So let me find there it is. Please be good. And that's 7 plus 2 is 9.
9.
9 damage. Not bad for a little guy.
You walk down and you're able to just completely right across the
I am not walking.
shoulder.
I am jumping. I am jumping and using the momentum and swinging my staff as I go and going, hey! And then
you hit it right in its like right shoulder.
Wait,
and
you also
you
playing
feel
a
some
monk?
bones crack as
What
you
is
do
she
that.
playing? I forget.
So let's see here.
Yes. Good. Perfect. Excellent.
Does that end Ril's turn?
Yes, it does.
From Ril, that brings us to Amunati.
All right. Can I use possibly some animal handling?
You could try to calm. Are you trying to like calm this thing down, or
restrain it or calm it down?
Yeah, go ahead. You could make an animal handling check. We'll call. I think we'll allow skill checks to be bonus actions. So you could use a bonus action to make a animal handling check, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. So which dice?
That'd be a D20, and then you add 2.
Okay.
That's your animal handling bonus.
One thing I like about D&D is you always use the
11
D20.
plus 2 is 13.
13. You do your best to try to like calm it down, to get it to stop being angry, but everything that you seem to do seems to make it more angry, as it just seems to kind of fixate on you. This thing is not looking to be calmed down.
Okay. So now I just want to fight it. I don't think I have much skill, though. I don't think I have.
You could use your. You have a cantrip called Firebolt, so you could try to use on this thing.
Yeah. All right, let's try that.
That'd be a D20, and then you add 4 to it.
Isn't
See
she
if
a
you can hit.
wizard?
Oh,
Use magic
no.
missile.
12.
12 is actually going to hit. Just
All right.
barely.
This guy made out of bones.
He's made out of bones. He's not too hard to hit.
Gonna lick him on the side a little bit.
And then the damage dice is just a straight D10 with no bonus.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Well, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I did 4 dice at once. Okay, hold on.
Cheater.
2.
2.
Oh, it's fireballs though.
Plus the 2 you said, so that's 4.
No.
Most of the fire goes through this thing, but some of it does catch on and does a little bit of damage. It doesn't seem to quite notice it though.
I just singed him a little bit.
Yeah, basically.
Hey,
All right.
damage.
What was that?
Damage is damage.
True. I don't have much else to offer other than that's it.
So this thing is going to take its first round of action oriented. Bones literally spurt out from the ground. And some of them are actually thrown at you, and I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I have a 17.
A 17?
13.
14.
14?
9.
9?
20.
20. So those of
Nice.
you who succeeded your saving throw will take half of this damage. And the amount of damage is 6. So
Wait, what was the cutoff?
the cutoff is 12 or higher.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
So if you rolled a 12 or higher, you take 3 damage. If you rolled 11 or lower, you take 6 damage.
Okay.
No, not that bad. Not bad.
There
not
goes the
bad.
10 points.
And on top of that, whoops. I definitely added that to the wrong character.
Wait, did we all have the temporary
Yeah.
hit points?
You did, yes.
Oh, right.
We got +2. How much did we get? +2?
3.
3.
Everybody received 3 temporary hit points.
So I'm just at normal then.
Yes. So then I'm going to go ahead and say this is controlled by everybody. This yellow sphere you can see around it is now difficult terrain, as these bones are like reaching from the ground.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Okay.
And what that means is that your movement speed is halved. So if you have 30, you have 15. If you have 25, you have 10. So it's whatever rounded down. And then it's going to take its turn, and it is angry at Lazam right now. It's going to try and punch Lazam twice.
Do it. Go for it. See what
Bring
happens.
it on, come on.
Our hero.
Does a 18 and a 19 hit?
They both hit.
And you take, as he punches you twice, 12 bludgeoning damage.
So, question: Stone's endurance. It says I can reduce damage dealt to me by 1d12 plus 1 per short rest.
Oh wow.
Can I do that on both attacks or just one?
We'll say you can do it to both attacks.
Alright, let's see how much that's reduced by. 3 plus 1, so that's 4 damage off. So you said I took 12 points of.
Yeah, so
damage?
down to 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that hurt.
that did
And that's
hurt.
going to take us back
I'm
to
playing Pokemon Unite while this is happening. you know?
Volko.
I love hearing this fight.
You
man.
are now within range of this thing to be able to hit it if you wanted to.
Alright, so I'll attack it with my, let's call it my club. Hit DC damage. Okay, so let's see. For a hit, I rolled a, what is that? Is that a 2? Okay, I rolled a 2.
A hit?
Not very good.
That is, a 2 to hit is not going to hit.
Yeah, so I guess I did not hit. Yeah. What else can I do? So I only have one attack, I believe.
Yes, until 5th level, some characters will get a second attack at 5th level based on their class.
Okay, so that's it for me. I'll stay up on the wall.
After Volko, it's Lazam.
Alrighty, that's too much to ask to say. I hope that happens again. That's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Alrighty, let's do some regular damage. So that'll be 14 bludgeoning damage.
14 bludgeoning damage.
And then on top of that, I'm going to smite again as well. That's still
Oh, you
4.
could smite twice?
How would you like to do this?
Wait, hold on. You could smite again like that?
Yeah, I've got 2 spell slots.
Oh, using the spell, not the divine smite. Okay.
No, I am just using divine smite.
Yeah, Divine Smite uses a spell slot, but it's not a
okay,
spell.
my bad.
But yeah. How do you want to do this?
I would like to actually surprisingly lightly knock him on the head, and then all the bones just drop one by one, starting at the bottom.
They do exactly that. You kind of just tap him lightly on the head, and that was just enough. And suddenly, one by one, the bones just start falling out, and eventually, it's just like a pile of bones. And the light in his eyes goes out, and the smoke stops, and the ground begins to rumble again as the hedges sink back into the earth.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. You are now on the football field. the lights are on. They're always on because the school doesn't care about energy conservation. And you guys are just kind of like standing there as there's like this pile of bones in front of you, and the football field back to its normal state.
Dang. Yeah, when the coach gets there, he's gonna look under his seat and he's gonna be like, "What?" Although maybe we should try and arrest him. Do we have arresting powers now that we're like kind of the team?
We take the regular egg down there.
Weren't we deputized?
Yes, let's take a regular egg. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
And then he'll come and he'll be like, "Which one?" He'll try and throw it, and I can write on it with Sharpie the black line, and then he'll be like, "Which one?" And then he'll be like, "Oh no, it didn't work."
She is way.
And then we'll be like, "What's that you were trying to do?" And then we can arrest him.
No, just replace it with one of the stink bombs, and we'll make it look like an egg.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know who brought this up, but you guys were in fact deputized.
Yeah. Right.
We're part of campus security now.
Exactly.
You guys are a part of campus security,
so we can arrest him.
But you would need the probable cause, which would be the egg. Doing the egg thing.
And it would
Minotaur
not be
skeleton head still there.
It is, yeah.
I think between that and if we fake the egg and we catch him red-handed trying to do this, we'll be like, obviously this was you.
I was expecting the combat to be a little bit more difficult. I did not plan for the 56 damage to be done in one round.
DM just admitted.
Followed up by another 28 damage on the paladin's next turn.
See, the paladin is be doing it.
This is good though, because some of us have to leave in 20 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll say that you guys get back into your car and.
No, before we do, I swear to bring glory to the team. Anything happens? While standing foot on the head of the Minotaur.
It just crunches through. That thing is too fragile.
You feel
Rosa
you feel like an empowerment as you swear an oath of glory to your team, and we'll say everybody levels up to 3rd level. And,
Ooh.
And Amanati just stands there smugly, even though she didn't do anything. The story she tells is different.
Yeah, I totally scorched this guy, and like he didn't stand a chance against me. By the time the rest of my party got there, he was already done for.
Hey, you gave us moral support.
That's right. Exactly.
Rosa takes a picture of him as he's standing on the head of this Minotaur, and she sends it to the cheerleader team.
Nice.
And they're like, "OMG, no way!" And he's the backup quarterback. And as you guys,
I like try to get my girls to start a campaign to get him like main quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, listen, our usual quarterback is a loser, and he's totally gonna lose the game. Like, we need to win, and this is the guy to do it.
I love it.
Blushes.
So you guys, we'll say you make like a stop at like a convenience store. Like,
wait. Get in, losers. We're going to the convenience store. Okay, carry on.
You stop at like a convenience store. It's like midnight. It's one of those 24-hour ones. The station attendant. Yeah, the station attendant is like totally doesn't care. He's like some like 28-year-old kid. And this adventuring party, full gear, shows up at midnight just to buy a carton of eggs and a Sharpie and a roll of duct tape as well.
I slide a $1 bill extra across the counter to him while I can barely peer over the counter, and I go, "You saw nothing. We were never here."
He's just like, whatever. You buy some ices as well, and
of course. With the little spoon straws.
Yes.
Those things.
Wait, do you mean slushies?
A lot of flavor.
Yeah, slushies, but they're called ices at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
But we called them slushies growing up. Don't worry.
I called them ices growing up because my dad worked for Icy and he wouldn't let me call them slushies.
Did you guys have bring your own cup day where you can bring any container to 7-Eleven to get the largest slushie you could?
This sounds so familiar, yeah. Oh god.
KFC bargain bucket.
You mixed them, right? We always mixed the different flavors.
Yes.
Yeah, like
you guys
Pina
are just
colada.
You can mix. You can mix that. I didn't even know you could mix.
Do you know what?
Was your,
do you know
your
what
dad
does
was an
not
icy
exist?
purist?
No. Do you know what doesn't exist in the state of Minnesota?
No.
7-Eleven.
No.
Oh my god.
Neither.
Wait,
Just go outside and grab some ice from the ground and pour syrup on it.
That doesn't.
Neither.
Don't do that.
Neither
It's not the same.
does
It's not the same. You gotta
Krispy
have that churny thing.
I'm sorry.
Also,
The rule.
Do 7-Eleven still
No
exist?
Krispy Kreme?
I thought
7-Eleven
Of course
is
it still
still a thing.
exists.
7-Eleven still a thing.
7-Eleven. Yeah.
yes.
We have
Yo.
them everywhere in Australia.
Where?
But now, what? They're all
I
over
had
the
a
place.
7-Eleven on Long Island. There's so many
I'm
in
literally.
the Midwest.
Hold on. I'm gonna check the closest 7-Eleven to my place.
LOL.
First of all, and
There's-
now, like when we were kids, 7-Eleven had like maybe 3 flavors. Now they have like a whole wall of flavors. They have like 6 or 7, 8 flavors.
No way.
They don't have 7-Eleven in Minnesota. They don't have Krispy Kreme in Minnesota either. So I don't get.
Why are you
my,
there?
I don't
Yeah,
get.
right?
I don't get
Oh
any
my god,
vaccinated
there's a
donuts.
7-Eleven 2 miles from me. I've never seen it. I'm going there right after this.
No, take your kids.
telling
Wait till the
you.
kids get there.
You
Okay,
layer-
sure.
If you
They'll love
layer
it.
if you layer the pina colada banana, pina
Yes.
colada banana, oh my god, it's the best.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I am a purist.
Oh.
I'm one of those people.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're just the one flavor at a time.
Yeah, like
It
I
has a-
even in
Well, they don't have
D&D,
it for taste.
like when I DM in D&D, I tell people no multi-classing. I don't got time for that to keep up with your stuff. I don't multi-class because I don't got time to keep up with my own stuff.
Well, that's sad.
No
Someday I want to
multi-classing.
do the Gestalt rules where you have to do the like.
Yeah.
You like have to.
I just
Be
can't.
stable.
I can't keep up. It's just too much. Be pure. Purity is everything. Okay, that sounds bad.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
shut up.
You guys get some eggs from the 7-Eleven, and you go back in the middle of the night. By now it's about 1 a.m. You draw up the egg to look the same, and you tape it in the same spot. And we'll say that you put the Minotaur bones. There's like a. You know what? We'll say that
We
there's
locked him
there's
out.
Hanging the head on my
we'll
wall.
say that we'll say that there's a compartment of holding in this Porsche, meaning that
yeah.
the trunk it's a trunk of holding.
Yes.
Nice.
You know how they have. You
That's
know
how we
like, a
can
lot of
fit such a big
trunks-
closet in there with garment bags and all these
Yeah.
bones now. And
And-
everyone's giant weapons and stuff. Yeah.
It's a true multi-use SUV.
Yeah, so like you know how a lot of SUVs you can pull up the thing at the bottom of the trunk for like a little bit of extra.
Yeah.
Well,
with,
that's-
like
yes.
iron irons and
That's
stuff.
the compartment of holding in this SUV.
Okay.
Perfect.
Rosa,
Um,
did you remove the spare wheel so you could fit more outfits in here?
Well, that's where the shoes go. That's where all the shoes go.
I mean, that's where her shoes and hats go.
But
Exactly.
yeah, does this car really look like it needs a spare? Come on, Lazan.
It has self-protecting, self-reinflating tires.
That's right. We
Um,
spare no expense. You know, we got it for free.
the homecoming game comes, and you guys actually sit in the away team stand so you can like watch as the coach tries to do the egg trick. And he does. Halftime rolls around. They're down by 2 scores, and he's like, you can see he makes the decision. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get that egg, and he reaches under the chair and finds the egg. He like holds it up and he throws it down to the ground, and it's just like a yellow.
Flat.
And everybody's looking at him like, what is he doing?
Everybody's just looking at him.
And Rosa was definitely filming him, though.
Yeah, you guys have
Rosa
like
would
phones
definitely
up
do
to
that.
film
Always
him.
live tweeting, live streaming, always.
Yeah,
Fuck live this whole thing.
And you notified like the head security officer, the campus security officer that was away out of office the first week, and
That's right.
you point out to him. He's like, yeah, well that constitutes illegal activity. Summoning a extra dimensional being is, regardless of if it's permitted by the blood rush rules, it's definitely not legal. And so he goes and he's arrested. And the rest of the game, the quarterback, without his quarterback coach, performs poorly. And they get so far ahead by the fourth quarter. The coach is like, you know what, Lazam, we'll put you in. It's garbage time. We'll see what you can do. And Lazam just lights it up.
Go.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Everything is
4 touchdowns
perfect.
in one game.
Perfect
Al
passer rating
Bundy.
of 158.3, and everything goes right.
Roses.
I'm assuming that's good. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what was just said here.
Long story short, there's actually a mathematical formula that you put in all of the passes attempted, passes completed, yards thrown, touchdowns thrown, interceptions thrown. You put that all into this formula, and it gives you a number. And the best possible number you can get in that is in American football is 158.3.
That's the worst possible algorithm I can think. Why would you make it end at that?
It just is, man. Stop doubting American football. Just real football. I hate when you guys say American football. It's real football.
Goodness.
I've been
Oh
commenting
my
that.
goodness.
And another thing, hold on. Did you say 4 touchdowns?
4
Yeah.
touchdowns
Okay,
in one quarter.
that reminds me of like Al Bundy back in the day, Married with Children, 4 touchdowns in one game. Can anybody catch that reference?
Kind of.
I know I'm not to catch that reference. Old people.
I played the 5th.
The long story short is Lazam put up numbers.
That you watch Married with Children, though. I like that.
I just want to remind people that like Rosa is doing her cheers and she's like absolutely doing all kinds of acrobatics and just like, totally, cheerleading, a totally underappreciated athletic sort of activity compared to football, but she's absolutely killing it down there. So there's that too.
that the cheer captain actually the cheer captain herself actually falls and sprains her ankle, and they put you in as captain for the remainder as well. So Lazam is put in as the quarterback, you're put in as the cheer captain for the rest of the game, and you guys both do so well that you guys kind of win the starting job going forward. So Lazam is now the starting quarterback for the Blood Rush team, and Rosa is the cheer captain.
Awesome.
And with that, I think I said this earlier, level up to 3rd level, hopefully. And if everything goes right, we should see you all on the 25th of September.
Sounds good.
Like,
All right, awesome. 25th of
Okay.
September. You guys heard it.
We're gonna love this. This is such a good little campaigny thing. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I will try to stream the 25th. I probably
Hopefully
won't be able
once,
to.
So many cool things happen at level 3.
But yeah. So many cool things happen. You especially
if
Paladin?
anybody is, if you're a newer player and you want help,
How did you get to level 3 again? I forgot.
You just get it.
yeah, so there should be like an anvil
Oh, the hammer
looking
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Read the book and do it from there.
If anybody has questions about like what to choose or whatnot, I would actually recommend dropping your questions either now while everybody's here or into the D&D plans chat, because personally I don't actually know much. I know the rules about characters, but I don't know like what's best or what would work better because I don't make too many characters.
That's all right. That's something I can help with.
Yeah, I could help with that too. Aminati, what's
Wonderful.
your character class? Just asking.
Well, I had a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody. I know this is last
Thank you
minute.
for GMing.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing as
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, amazing job,
Yeah,
guys.
it's kind of fun.
This is always fun.
I love these like mini missions. They're so like
do.
little mysteries. They're so fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never
Like,
played a game of
Movie
mystery.
gang.
Quick question,
and
Aminati, what
that's-
class are you?
Hold on.
Upper.
Fighter.
A what?
Fighter.
A fighter. Okay, never mind. Because someone used Firebolt, and I was like, who's using?
I did.
As a
Yeah.
fighter. Oh, okay. I didn't even know. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
she has it's because she's a tiefling. She gets firebolt.
Oh, nice. Okay, see, I never make special cool characters like that. I didn't try. I'll let you guys know this. I never do mystery type campaigns, so this is awesome.
I made a cool character completely on accident. I was just choosing random things that just seemed fantastical.
That's fantastic. It's a way to do it.
Yeah, like you didn't min-max, you just did what looked cool. And that's awesome how to play the game. I have to stop min-maxing. So, Soof, how do you like paladins? Paladins are cool, right? One-shot kills?
That's fine.
Alright.
That's fine.
Bet you never one-shotted like that with a bard.
I have taken down a Baylor in one round. Thank you very much. As a bard.
Fair.
Wow.
Okay, fair. So it's just the
Story
power.
for another time.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to know that story.
I'll be trying to focus on that sort of 1 to maybe 2 session like story arcs. That way people can drop in and out if somebody new wants to join and someone else can't make it or anything like that. It makes it, I think, easy to plan around a larger group of people.
Episodic is nice. It's a nice format.
Yeah, so good. Especially because then the other thing was like I texted my siblings earlier and I was like, "Oh, we're doing this," and it's fine that you didn't see the first one because they're pretty like self-contained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer episodic because that's what game shops also do, right? With episodic, the old school D&D expeditions. I don't know if they still do them. So the design for people.
It's Adventure League now.
Yeah, Adventure League. Yeah, so Adventure League is designed for people to like come in, sit down, leave, and not be able to make next week. Especially adults who have lives can't, just meet up every single week, right? So it's good. I like this format, and even for my stream, it's good. I want to commend all of you how you guys play. It's awesome. I really like. I made an X-Men reference between Rubes and Soof. They have the Speedball special when Colossus throws Wolverine. So that's actually an X-Men thing. So great reference there. I don't know if you guys realized you did that. Because Wolverine's really short in the comics. Hugh Jackman is not the correct height for Wolverine.
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman's way too tall. So yeah,
I'd love to stick around, but I've got to get going. I've got a family dinner to go to tonight.
All right, man.
Thanks everybody. We'll see you all on the 25th.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.